We thought building our Zimbabwe homestead would be challenging, but we didn't expect to be left chasing a builder, fixing mistakes, and taking over the project ourselves. After days of delays and empty promises, we realized one hard truth. If we waited any longer, nothing would get done. With time running out before returning to Johannesburg, we made a bold decision to stop waiting and start building using local resources. This took the whole day to be completed by one person. These two sides. Yeah. By early morning, we already had people on site working on plastering, beam filling, and completing the floors in the room that had been left unfinished. Seeing work finally happening brought a sense of relief and renewed energy. On site, they're already starting to build. So yeah, hopefully tonight we'll sleep in one of the rooms. So the plastering, I think the left room, that room on the side, it's almost complete. A bit of beam filling here and there, and yeah, hopefully we'll be able to sleep inside. But yeah, like I mentioned, the project was behind, so we set camp here. Also took the opportunity to look for a place where we could source rocks to fill in our soak away. We want to try and get some stones for the soak away for our septic tank. So that's the good thing about being in Zimbabwe, you can get stones for free, except the labor, you have to carry them manually. And yeah, we're gonna go up there and try and see if we can get some stones for our soak away. How best we can. So there's some people already gathering some stones here, and yeah, but it's a lot of labor, yo. Thankfully I won't be doing that, so we'll find some people to gather the stones and then we'll just come and collect. But yeah, this is our rural home. Look at the beauty. This is the place. This is from the rain. It's gonna dry when the rain season is gone. But yeah, all this is from the rain. After that, we headed to showgrounds to buy more cement that had been requested by the workers. Showgrounds is the nearest shopping center and truly has everything. So these are some of the challenges of living in rural areas. The roads are bad. Some portions are good, some portions are bad. This is how the roads are. So you better find yourself good cars or else, yeah, it's crazy. It's even worse if you are pulling a trailer. Yeah, the roads are not as smooth in some parts. And this is how the clouds are looking. The wind is already cold. I'm sure there's gonna be a big storm coming. A big storm coming. Shortly after, when we arrived on our homestead, one of our neighbors generously offered us free half bricks from his brick making site. We needed them to fill in the cottage floors, so we gladly accepted. We're putting the trailer to use. Now multitasking. It's now multifunctional. The trailer. Multi-purpose. Okay, this is everything. Takura she next dinner. Kuba John. Yaka my trailer yo. Yaka hey. So we are here collecting some broken bricks to fill up the floor in our building project. So we've got some rooms that do not have any floor. So here this is actually our neighbor. So we talked to them and then they allowed us to get the broken bricks so that we can fill in the floor in our building project. In all of our rooms actually. So I think this is called I know the Shona word, it's a hovon or something. Yeah, but it's basically a site in the rural setup in Zimbabwe where they from soil, and this looks like one of the sites here, hovon yacho, or one of the side of the hovon, and this looks like that's where they got majority of the soil to make the bricks. And yeah, this is very deep. It's almost 2 meters deep. But yeah, this is the area. Looks like an abandoned homestead. I think somebody used to stay here and probably no one stays here anymore. So I'm just gonna take you around quickly so that you can see why I think this is just the ruins of an abandoned homestead. Okay, so just by looking at this, looks like it's a floor. It's a broken floor. I can see this looks like a broken building, or probably this is a slab. Maybe it was a toilet or kitchen, I don't know. But let's walk around. Let me show you. These are just goats. I think this goat has got 2 kids. There's another kid there. Try to zoom in. Hello, mommy. How are you?
Great. And you?
You're good. You want some leaves?
Not really. Untie me first.
Sorry, man. I can't help you.
Ah, man. Another human trick.
But I'm sure you've got a nice snack, eh? Right, so these are some of the floors. Looks like there's a house that was demolished or that was broken. Yeah, all this. And this is the deep hole that was created. And this is some mango fruit, a mango tree with a lot of fruits. So I'm probably working on an area where some people actually spent their lives here. They actually lived, had children, grandchildren, had their lives, and looks like it's not, no one lives here anymore. This is the oven. or Hovon, or the brick making site. Some of the bricks don't look strong. The rest of the day was non-stop, loading and offloading bricks, coordinating work, and making sure everything stayed on track. So all those half bricks they need, or the broken bricks, they have to fill up all this floor. So yeah, that's where we're at. By the end of the day, we were finally able to set up camp in the bigger room. The floors had been filled and leveled. The only thing left was the concrete finish. That night felt different. We had more privacy, enough space, and mostly importantly, a warm cooked meal. The door that you see wasn't permanently installed. It was temporarily placed on the frame just to give us some privacy, but it made a huge difference. For the first time in a long while, everything felt like it was slowly falling into place. There was visible progress on the homestead, and that alone gave us hope. In the next video, we'll take you through how we managed to navigate the building project ourselves, the challenges we faced, the small wins, and the lessons we learned. We'll also share what it was like fitting into the community, adjusting to homestead life, and living on the land day by day for the first time in almost 10 years since we got the place.